Paige Beckers in an interview literally exposed just how bad the referee's problem is. Like, she just exposed how bad it was in a pre-game interview.
How the F is someone supposed to score when this is what is being allowed to happen to Caitlin Clark on the regular?
Has come out and says she needs to relearn how to play defense while fouling more, because you can get away with everything with these referees.
What if the WNBA's biggest problem isn't the players, but the people holding the whistles? Paige Beckers just exposed a shocking truth. Guards are being forced to relearn defense just to survive. Missed calls, excessive contact, and dangerous play. How did it get this bad? Stick around as we break down the refs' biggest blunders with Caitlin Clark as Exhibit A.
This is one of the reasons why you continue to see incidents involving Caitlin Clark, because the referees won't call a damn foul.
So basically, she had to relearn how to play defense while fouling. So, you know, everything you learn about defense, how to play while not fouling, how to move your feet.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
I'm not the one doing it. And the referees, I guess, didn't call this? You didn't call this.
Had to throw out all the good defensive fundamentals that she'd learned. And now she had to learn to go foul.
This, like, greatest hits compilation of multiple fouls that never freaking got called.
Imagine being one of the best defenders in basketball, someone who spent countless hours perfecting footwork and timing, only to be told that in the WNBA, you're better off fouling. That sounds ridiculous, right? But that's what Paige Beckers admitted during an interview. She feels like she has to unlearn the defensive instincts that got her to the top. For a player as technically precise as Paige, that's not just frustrating. It's a statement about how broken officiating has become.
For the WNBA refs decided to call a foul. By the way, this is every game that Caitlin Clark plays.
Ryan and Rebecca go and extend a rip at the foul issues. Absolute unbelievable criticism. For Paige to say she had to relearn how to defend to be less careful about fouling.
She's not just talking about herself, though. This is a problem facing every elite guard in the league. Take Caitlin Clark, for example. Watching her on the court, it's clear she's constantly dealing with physical pressure that refs either don't see or outright ignore. In one game last season, Clark was face-guarded so aggressively that she was pushed off her spot repeatedly on inbounds plays. Then while bringing the ball up, defenders bumped her shoulder to shoulder the entire way, yet no whistles. Stats even back this up. Players like Clark average fewer free throws per game compared to the actual amount of contact they endure. It's like the refs are sending a message. If you want to compete as a guard, you better take the hits because we won't protect you.
Like, there are people around this league, including people heavily involved in the league, that don't know the sport of basketball. Like, there's a big difference between physical play.
Okay, 4 fouls at the whole team. 4 foul attempts.
That's not basketball. Like, people literally say, oh, it's physical basketball. No, you're just going around hacking people. You're just going around hacking people.
This kind of officiating isn't just unfair, it's changing the way defense is played. Research into the modern WNBA shows that teams committing more fouls and turnovers tend to have a competitive edge because officials fail to consistently enforce rules against over-aggressiveness. In other words, if referees won't distinguish between physical play and straight-up hacking, defensive schemes shift from being about technique to being about who can get away with the most. And that's where the inconsistency gets maddening. On one play, a defender might get called for a soft reach-in, and on the next, someone is practically shoved into the stands with no call. Paige's comments reveal something deeper. Players are sacrificing their skill sets just to match the chaos on the floor. But hold on, it's not just about inconsistency, it's also about safety. And when refs turn a blind eye to dangerous plays, things really start spiraling.
Physical play is, allowing both post players to bang in. But if the fouls start, knocking them out, if the foul causes a travel, or if the foul ends up moving.
They do not have a whistle at all. If it's on Caitlin Clark, they just let the crap get beat out of her.
What's worse than bad calls? How about ones that put players in real danger? Paige Beckers might have called out refs for forcing players to foul more, but it's not just whistles on questionable bumps or slaps. It's refs flat out ignoring plays that can seriously hurt someone. Take Arie McDonald's moment against Golden State. She's driving into the lane, and bam, she goes down hard. The type of hard where you cringe watching the replay. A defender's arm comes across her chest, obviously excessive contact. And yet, no flagrant 2, no ejection. That's the kind of play refs need to catch every single time. It's not just a bad call, it's a signal to the league that player safety isn't being prioritized. Then you've got moving screens. Players like Lexi Hull find themselves whistled constantly, even when their feet are set.
Was holding Caitlin Clark down to keep her from actually getting back up to be able to play basketball.
Like, they are super, super soft when it comes to post players with their fouls, but then guards can get away with whatever they want. You're allowed to literally shove somebody.
Holding her down, the refs is like, bleep it, we didn't see it. We didn't see it. Nothing to see here. Please move along.
Meanwhile, defenders guard like bulldozers, plowing through those exact same screens, often getting no calls at all. Imagine guarding in transition and getting clipped by an illegal screen so blatant you'd think it was football. Nothing. Moments like these don't just throw players off rhythm, they legit lead to injuries. You can't brace for what you don't see. What's happening here? Players don't even know what's allowed anymore, and that confusion comes with consequences. Take hand checking and handoffs. They're practically polar opposites in how refs call them. A quick touch on the perimeter, easy foul, but handoffs that include full-blown shoving, somehow fine. Research shows that inconsistent officiating doesn't just irritate, it literally disrupts the game's flow. You've got clean screens turned into foul festivals while actual dangerous plays slide under the radar. And it's not like fans aren't noticing. Every missed call or baffling non-call turns Twitter into a frenzy.
But according to the referees, these are not fouls. These are not fouls at all.
Savage Hater Report got this. The picture of Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers. Yeah, I'm invested. Look at that.
Caitlin gets picked up way further. She gets picked up in the backcourt. So they're more physical more often with Caitlin. Whereas for other players,
some fans think refs are too busy protecting their reputation instead of focusing on the game. The worst part, it's not just the frustration. It's this slow erosion of what makes basketball great. Clean, fair competition. If refs can't ensure safety or integrity, what's left to trust? But here's the thing, there is a way to fix this. And the answer might be simpler than you think. The WNBA doesn't need to rewrite the rulebook. It needs refs to enforce the rules that already exist. When Paige Buchers says even the best players feel pressured to foul more, that's not just a red flag, it's a full-blown alarm. Consistency isn't just about fairness, it's about protecting players and preserving the game's integrity. Fans, players, and the league need to demand better officiating. The chaos on the court isn't basketball, it's survival of the most physical. Imagine Caitlin Clark, Paige Buchers, and every guard thriving on skill instead of bracing for unchecked contact. Fix the whistles, fix the game,